I'm Kevin Atlas, and I'm bringing some of the most successful, most inspirational human beings on this planet into your classrooms. They beat the odds, they overcame adversity, and through that, they found a way to believe. I've partnered with Varsity Brands to provide the answers, the blueprints. I have this heart that bleeds for the youth of this country, so I fight as a soldier for change, and I want us all to learn to lead, and not just to elevate ourselves, but to elevate each other. I'm looking for students nationwide to take action from what they learned from this series. This is how the world changes. It starts with you. COVID-19 has rocked the world. It has impacted our travel, economy, health, athletics, jobs, even our schooling. It has crippled the world to an absolute standstill. Many of us feel unsafe, alone, and depressed. It's not ideal having a low morale going into the new school year. So to kick off this season of Believe in You, I wanted to address what humanity is going through together and help you obtain the ability to keep a positive mentality, focusing on what is in your control, helping make the most out of a bad situation. I remember when I was young, my father told me this story about a ship in a storm. He said that the storm was so big that the entire crew feared for their lives, but the captain of the ship was just straight up taking a nap in his cabin through the whole storm. The crew woke him up and they asked him, "How could you sleep through the storm? How can you just remain so calm?" And the captain replied, "Just don't let the water in the boat." My father told me this, and he said, just like this storm, there's so many problems and so much negativity in the world. If you let it in, you'll sink. I'll never forget that story. It helped me weather some of the toughest times in my life. It changed my mentality in a way that allowed me to stay positive even through the most negative situations. What it did was mold me into an unshakable optimist. It changed my mentality. For instance, I was born with one arm. This thing's wild. It was completely out of my control. And it was tough. I was born into a broken family. That's out of my control. Both my dad and my mom, both my parents passed away. And that was also out of my control. But what I learned to do was to make the best out of tough circumstances, always trying to find something positive in a negative situation. So for instance, I have one arm, and as tough as it is, I learned to own it and accept it, then inspired millions around the world through playing the game of basketball, opening up a door for others who are challenged athletes to pursue their dreams. Over time, this ability to focus and react positively to negative events has not only allowed me the ability to survive in life, it's helped me thrive. My boat remains dry even through the darkest of storms. So yes, COVID-19 has crippled the world, but for the first time in recorded history, mankind is united together fighting a common enemy. We might not agree with how to resolve the issue, but we all have a common storm that we're trying to resolve. A united humanity is a beautiful thing. So the world's enduring this storm. It's time to get the water out of the boat for the new school year. And what better way than to learn from the school selected by Varsity Brands as the most spirited school in the country. At Franklin Towne Charter High School, they do whatever it takes to provide a warm, encouraging, and family-like atmosphere for all of their students. Compassion, competition, motivation, and stellar academic performance are just a fraction of what fuels their close-knit community. They have created a culture that boosts student attendance, created extracurricular events that students actually want to participate in, and they even heightened student academic performance. Students have a respect for the potential greatness of their classmates. Members of their campus culture are continuously brainstorming new ways for students to serve in their own community for sports, clubs, services, and raising money for charities. They have built their school on the foundation, on the love they have for every member of their school community. So how long have you been, in charge of this campus?
Well, we started in 2000, and I was originally the chairman of the board of directors when the school opened. And then in 2004, I took over as CEO of the school, and I've been the CEO of the school since then.
So for 15 years?
Yes.
And in those 15 years, or let's say the last 5, how many suicides have you had on campus?
We've never had a student here commit suicide.
How many fights have you had?
We haven't had a fight in this building in probably the past 10 years.
You know how rare that is? It's crazy. I travel and I see everything all over the country, and these are the problems that the majority of schools out there are going through. And you being the most spirited school in the country, I'm interested in figuring out how you've molded a school, with such adversity. I mean, isn't 75% of these kids are in free and reduced lunch?
Yes.
75%. And a lot of them come in as freshmen at 5th grade reading levels. Correct. That's insane. And you bring them up to speed.
Well, we try. Our testing is our Keystone test, and our graduating class last year, 94% of our seniors are proficient or advanced in English, 95 in math, and I think 82 in biology.
It's unbelievable. One of the special implementations put in by the faculty and administration was a mentorship program. This program helps those who feel disconnected feel connected in the school community, so no one eats alone at lunch. There's no outcasts. This forges a safe learning environment for all students to excel socially and academically. The key to this mentorship program is to just get kids involved.
So we pick 12th grade students, and they designed the mentorship program for the following year. It's like an NFL draft. All the students who want to be a mentor sign up, and we have a big draft board, and these 12 students will pick who the mentors are for the following year. So I think we have 180 mentors, and we may have like 300 students sign up to be a mentor. The 12 seniors get to pick who the mentors are, they pick them, and then we assign 3 incoming freshmen to 1 student here, which they get to meet in May. And students, a lot of times, when they have questions about high school and they're concerned about high school and they have anxiety, about what's going to happen to them when they get in high school, they'd rather talk to another student than an administrator or a teacher or an adult in the building. So this gives them that opportunity over the course of the summer. If they have any issues, they call their mentor. They call another student. And
you're also teaching the upperclassmen how to lead.
Right.
That's awesome.
And then we have a 40-minute advisory period every day, and the mentors are assigned to an advisory with their freshmen. So they're with them 40 minutes a day.
I think that the mentor program just kind of makes that freshman transition, helps them to be a little bit more comfortable. You come in, it's a new school, you don't really know anyone, you're awkward, you don't know what to do. So they get to even come in early, they see how the school is, they get to kind of visit their classrooms, play with their locker. And then if they ever have a question, they're not really sure like what star scheduling is, or where do I buy tickets to a dance, or how do I go and check my grades? They always have that one person that they can go to instead of having to feel like uncomfortable about it or just guess.
I think it helped me a lot because I didn't know anyone coming from Franklintown because I didn't go to the elementary school. So knowing that I had a mentor there, so they were basically my first friend in Franklintown. And the people that I met in my mentor group, I'm still friends with them. I used to not be able to approach anyone, but now if I see someone that doesn't have a friend to talk to, or they're sitting at a lunch table alone, I can go up to them and I'll talk to them and be there for them. And since I'm in a mentor program, I've always been there for the new freshmen or anyone that needs help with anything really.
One of my favorite actions that the staff deployed was a house system that makes acceptance part of the school community. So the school is split into 4 groups with mixed grade levels. They have friendly competitions on rallies and during the school year that triggers school spirit in a massive way. This promotes students to constantly engage, creating a positive learning environment. Statistically, when school spirit rises, so does academic performance. That's almost a little Harry Potter-ish, but the kids seem to really enjoy it. I asked them what their favorite part of school is.
It's 2 years in the making. I've been wanting to do it for 2 years, and everybody in the building said, you can't do it. Kids really don't want to do that. And
it's friendly rivalry.
So I think it was one of the conversations that teachers brought up, that students love being here, but it's very academically driven, and it's an opportunity for kids to participate without maybe joining a club, without maybe being an athlete on a sports team, they could still participate in after-school activities with their friends.
I mean, it's unbelievable. So what would you say if you could give advice to any principal, to any superintendent out there, to any, administration, whether it be from the front office, all the way, any janitor at a school, like what would you tell adults out there or students who really want to change and impact their school?
Number one advice is listen to your staff, listen to your students. Both will give you great advice on what needs to be done in the building. And I've learned so much from the students over the course of the years, because they will tell you, when you're sitting down talking to them and you're talking to them with respect, they will give you all the answers that you need. And day to day, the people that are running the building are your staff. If they're on board with what you're doing because they have a say in what's going on, then you're going to get results.
I love that. Care about the students will in turn care about the school.
I think the difference with us is the level of respect that students have for the staff and staff have for the students. You could see it just walking around the hallways where students, we are in the heart of Philadelphia, and I have parents walk into the building and go, these are not my kids. They're holding the door open and saying please and thank you, and and I think that level of respect is there, and I think it goes both ways. Again, if you are going to have those discussions with the student body, you are going to talk to them, and you have to stand firm in the decisions that you make, and I think when students realize that you're going to make a decision and you're going to stand firm with that decision, they'll stand firm with you.
Franklin Town Charter has a special campus community built off the foundations of an old military factory in the heart of Philadelphia. This school is not blessed with some of the basic luxuries most schools have obtained. The large majority of the students that attend there as freshmen are so far behind the academic standard. Many of the students' home lives are super hard. They don't even have anywhere to go after school is out. But that didn't stop them from creating a positive school atmosphere. So what's your school's excuse? Don't let hardships prevent you from thriving. Don't let a disease be that barricade. You can overcome it. Identify problems and solve them as they come. Most students are isolated right now from each other due to COVID-19. Grabbing a handful of leaders to create a mentor program would be beneficial to any school. You can absolutely do it remotely. So just take a minute to think about how you can better your school through this difficult time. Because the time for positive change starts now, and if not you, then who?
So what's the, thank you, sir. How hard? Can Philly take it?
Too hard.
Is it Philly strong, or is it just like?
It's Philly strong.
It's Philly strong?
Like tap it lightly.
Oh no, I'm going for it. First take, one take, baby. Philly strong, baby.